Hey friend, how are you? I hope you're well. Today I want to talk to you about watching your mouth because we know that there is power of life and death in the tongue. Sometimes the things that we're saying, even as jokes, can actually be calling death into our situations, into our goals and purposes. And there's so many things and people and entities out there trying to block us from stepping into what we need to. We don't need to be that for ourselves. So I'm going to share with you a recent repentance situation I had to go through that can maybe give you some perspective on how you can audit your life, see what you're saying, and how your words might be contrary to what you want, but might actually be so powerful that you're leading yourself away from what you actually want. I recently had to get on my knees and ask God to forgive me because for the past, I'd say maybe 4 years now, I had been saying something as a joke that is really not funny, and I could see, or I was beginning to see, how it was affecting me. I have always said that I want to be rich and inconspicuous. This has been the goal, right? This was what I wanted for myself. I would be like, yeah, I don't want people to know me. I want to be able to pull into Walmart in my flannel pajama pants and not have anyone speak to me or know me, just living my best, rich, inconspicuous life. And I have been saying this for years. And as you can see, based on the fact that my face is on your screen right now, that's not the life I was leading. I'm here making content, posting videos, speaking on stages, and just having my face out there. Yet a part of me was saying that I wanted a rich and inconspicuous life. So recently I started noticing that when I would think about people coming up to me, which I've had a few people come up to me and tell me how my work has been impacting them, there was a tinge of anxiety. I was like, oh wow, one person recognized me. That's crazy. I don't know how I would do it if a bunch of people recognized me. And you can see how this can be quite counterintuitive because I'm posting videos and my hope is for them to spread, for my followership and my friends' circle to grow. So it wasn't making any sense. And then I was thinking to myself, I was going really deep introspection. And I was like, if this is what I'm saying that I'm striving towards, but this is what the thought that I've been having and what I've been saying out of my mouth has been, how has this thought been slowing down my ability to really enter into what I say I want? I thought this to myself, and the answer was, in every single way it's been blocking you. You say you're producing, you're creating content, yet at the same time, you're saying you want to be inconspicuous, but yet you're saying that you want to grow, and growing is going to block you from that inconspicuous life that you want. Therefore, your growth trajectory, opportunities to put you on bigger stages, you're not going to, one, be able to see them, or two, you're going to hesitate in taking them. So I had to get on my knees and beg the Lord to forgive me and say that I want it however you want it for me. Like, in all truth, I want it how you want it for me. If my face needs to be everywhere, if I need to not be able to walk in the Walmart with my flannel pajama pants on, and I need to dress decently because people are going to see me, because my work has impacted and changed their lives, and they're going to want to come up to me and tell me that, cool, we're going to retire the flannels and keep them inside the house. That's okay. But I was just thinking about this and how so many things we say, some of them as jokes, are actually creating the reality that we don't want, or keeping us in spaces that we don't want to be in. So I have a few of them that I have said, that I have heard, that I wanted to share with you so that maybe you can see where you fit into these spaces and how you can start to shift your mouth. Stop saying things that you don't want, even if they are jokes, because spirit doesn't know truth and jokes. If you make a joke long enough, somebody is going to think it's truth. Your spirit is going to think it's truth. So we really need to watch our mouths, especially when it comes to the things that we want out of life. One that I hear often is all men are trash. Oh my gosh. Twitter and everywhere else, where people are just like, all men are trash. Men are no good. Men are no good. But you want one. You want one of these no good men? God forbid I have a no good man. So if I keep saying all men are no good, all men are trash, then how am I going to believe that there is one out there who isn't trash? The same thing with the sentiment that all men cheat. It's just how men are. Then who am I if I'm saying that this is the only reality available to think that I'm going to be the anomaly that gets something outside of that reality? All men can't be trash because my man isn't going to be trash. I don't want a garbage can man. So therefore, they are not all trash. All men don't cheat because I am not going to be with a cheater. I am not committing to a cheater. I am not marrying a cheater. And I know that I am going to be married. I know that I'm going to be committed, and I know I'm going to love someone who loves me so deeply. So this is one of the ones, my lovely women who are listening to me, most of my viewers are women. Stop saying it. If you want something, stop saying the contrary is the only thing available. Because what happens is that what we say, our body starts to conspire for it to become truth. And you can see how that can be extremely, extremely dangerous when we're saying negative things and we don't want to commit to a life of negativity. Another one is that's just the way I am. If you have a bad attitude, do not blame it on the sun, the moon, the stars, the rising, the lowering, whatever it is. Do better. I have heard so many people say things like, oh, that's just my Capricorn energy. No, you lack discipline, you're inconsiderate, and you're rude. It has nothing to do with the time of year that you were born or the time of day that you were born. When you are eliciting a trait that you do not believe is good for you, don't absorb it as the only truth available to you. Don't say that is the way I am. That's just how I've always been. It's how you've always been, but you have decided today that that's no longer how you want to be, and do better. Let's not sit and use our mouths to lock us in bondage of mediocrity, negativity, or the status quo that has never served us in our lives. That's how you've always been. You don't want to be like that anymore. Stop saying that and do better. Another one that I think is high level is to watch the way you use the word never. If you say, I will never find a job, I will never be married, I could never save $100,000, I could never get a job where I can actually have a work-life balance, then you're never gonna get it. As I said, what we say becomes our truth, and our bodies start to conspire to make the things that keep coming out of our mouths a reality. If you believe that this is never going to be possible for you, anything you want, the moment that a glimmer of it even shows up in your life, there's going to be a level of skepticism that you're going to feel because you've already determined that this is not your portion. This is not what's available to you. It will never happen for you. And I think I see this a lot when people are in relationships where they are being treated well, but a part of them still believes in that I will never, like, rhetoric, essentially, where when they meet someone who's so nice, who treats them good, who makes them feel the way they say they've always wanted to feel, when they get all the things that they have wanted in theory, but they have been speaking in the never space for too long, they can't fully absorb the present manifestation that's in front of them. You won't be able to fully absorb it because you believe that it's not even possible. So then you start to wait for the ball to drop. You are a skeptic of what you're seeing in front of you, and you're essentially going to have to squander it or lose it because your mind can't comprehend that this is actually what it is, because a part of you through your mouth has always been saying that it doesn't actually exist. So I want you to watch your mouth, friend. Just watch what you say. Look back. Think about the things that you've been saying as a joke that could actually be manifesting as truth in your life, and the thought of that scares you. If there's anything you've been saying that you don't want to actually happen the way you've been saying it as a joke, stop saying it. Stop saying it. Stop saying it. Start walking and speaking the truths that you want to see in your life, and leave the negativity to the haters on the street. There's enough people wishing bad or not saying the nicest things and not wanting the best for us that you don't need to join that list of people, right? There's so many naysayers out there. You should not be a naysayer of your life. So think back. and start to replace those words that you've been saying with more positive words. If you say, I'll never get a job that is good enough to give me work-life balance, then you need to say, I can't wait till I get the job where I can actually have the proper work-life balance I want. Call it, speak it as though it is. Call it to yourself and see how this will open up your eyes and your reality will start to conspire towards those things that you're saying. And if you've been saying this for a long time, it's not going to be an easy change, right? Like, negative self-talk is one of those things that takes quite a bit of time to fix, but becoming intentioned is step one. Realizing that it's no good and becoming intention that you're going to do whatever it takes to move past this is how you're going to begin to move past it. So I really hope this helps you. I hope it gives you some perspective. And I want you to continue to be kind to yourself because you are a work in progress and you're making progress. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.